3 over par on the day and even par for the tournament. Certainly not what he was hoping for to start his season. Let's go to 16T. Morikawa has the big stick out.
Yeah, back in the shade behind the 15th stand. One hand off it again. Looks like it's going left again, Jay. Could be wrong though. No, finding the left edge of the fairway. Happy days. Yeah, beauty. This one, 463 yards. Soft dog leg from right to left. Huge green. Soft undulations on this 16th hole. Breeze back into their faces here with this tee shot. Just playing its full yardage. A little bit of action going on, a little bit of movement in the stand, understandable. Set well back in the shade and everyone just looking down on it from the 15th stand. Great bird's eye view from up there. Looking at all these top pros launching it off into the distance. I'll lean with the head there for Justin Waters.
That left tree is going to need a little bit of luck. Not a good spot at all. This man right here has got the driver out, John. He is such a pleasure to watch hit drives.
He is. It's we've come to see it time and time again over the years. Sergio with driver just absolutely rips it. Looks effortless. I mean, it looks like he puts a lot of effort into it, but it's just second nature. Just sits into the shot beautifully, whiffs it away. Fantastic driver of the ball. Doesn't hardly move it. He can move it both ways as well. And you need a little right to left here at this par 4.
Please carry. Doesn't get out. Tough hole this 16 today, into the breeze to pick the line off the tee, and if you miss the fairway, it's so easy with that back pin to drop a stroke.
Took me a while to find the flag here. It's absolutely camouflaged behind, with the hospitality behind it, way back in the left-hand side. But what an atmosphere, 360 everywhere I look. There's fans. I can walk around in a full circle. Everywhere I look, there are keen golf fans out today to watch some of these stars. What a spectacle this is. It's magnificent.
Certainly a fun part of the golf course on a Saturday afternoon.
It certainly is, Jay. And this par 3 playing 1 yard longer than it was yesterday, 201. The wind settled down a little bit, but it's coming off the right-hand side. That will help for this pin position, because it's in that back left tongue. 3 prongs to this green, and it's really all the way back. Lots of room to the right of it, and it's a 6-iron.
Straight at it. He sure has. He surely has. He can't have done, can he? Oh, one of the best of the day. Threaded it into that little narrow portion of the green. Superb. Lovely. Just sort of another player's swing, it looks like. Looks a bit like Steve Elkington. That simplicity and ease of action. Steve Elkington, the Australian.
Yeah, elegant swinger, beautiful tempo. Let's have another look at this tee shot. Certainly best of the day. Doesn't look like much can go wrong, and he gave that car a good run for its money as this one slid past the hole.
Oh.
Surely that will be the first birdie of the day. A hole location that should suit this man as well, Iona.
Absolutely. Bit of sting in it. Following on from 2 bogeys. Things not going quite his way, so he'd like to put this one close.
If you go down that left side, you're right on the tightrope. And if you go down the bank there, first of all, the bank's got some thick rough on it, then you go into the waist area. With that flag is, unless he's lucky, it's going to be tricky to get down in 2.
McIlroy has joined the conversation with that eagle at 10. He and Justin Harding, the 36-hole leader, are 1 shot behind Westwood and Hatton, both winners of Rolex Series events. Will Westwood win his 3rd? Will Hatton win his 5th? Biesberger and Tommy Fleetwood, they're not out of the conversation, but as Ken said a few moments ago, the top 4 starting to separate themselves from everyone else a little bit. Matt Wallace and Kai Smoya playing their final hole today, both 3 under on the day. Sam Horsfield down there at the bottom, a couple over par through 12 in his 3rd round of the Slink Dubai Desert Classic. Certainly the Magulus course at Emirates Golf Club is putting up quite a challenge today for some of the best players in the world. Tee shots there, 2 in the left rough, Morikawa in the fairway at 16. John, what do those lies look like?
Oh, they're horrible. They really are. Grass right against them. It's all going to come out a bit yucky when it comes out, really flat and slappy. I mean, the worst out of the 2 is this man, Justin Walters, underneath the trees. Breeze straight into his face. He's 190 yards from the flag. And that saving grace, the pin is right at the back of the green, 39 yards on. So about 150 yards to the front edge of this green. And the chances here he could easily pull this. You know, the hill of the club, the hosel can wrap itself in the rough. The trees might come into play if he's not careful. Got to be strong with this. Came out nice.
Yeah, nice, very nice shot from there. Go on up the little tier. It worked out very well for him. He deserves a break, I have to say.
Yeah, cracking shot. Justin Walters probably going, where's that been all day? Sergio Garcia with a kind of similar light. Grass against him. 183 yards, just like Collin Morikawa, who's on the fairway. You get this one, it's going to come out with no spin on it. You land it near the front of the screen, it's going to hopscotch all its way towards the back, just like Justin Walters' shot did. Dug down deep on that one. Back into the breeze this 16th for their second shot. Collin Morikawa from the fairway, trying to squeeze one in there left to right, get it all the way to the back of the screen. Not easy.
Little ledge at the back of the green here. This right corner, 39.4 from the right, very tight pin. There's a little area there that is reasonably flat around the cup.
That was a little bit stubby from Adam Scott.
Morikawa did a similar sort of thing, but he was playing from the other side and it ran out a little. It's bristly, that fringe, isn't it?
Yeah, he's been so good around the greens. Short game has been wonderful. When his long game's a little bit off, another part of his game keeps the whole show on the road. That's what these champions do. Just get it round. The days you're not having your best day, can you still put a score together? John Catlin is definitely struggling. 4 bogeys already today, and it just shot up and out the rough, short left of the green, and now he's got a chip back for par. He's a wonderful demeanour about him, John Catlin, though. He's very composed. There's no fuss, no toys being thrown out the pram.
Delicate shot, played delicately.
I was watching Matty Schmidt have a nice long chat with Adam Scott. And Ken, if you were a 24-year-old on the way up, what do you think you would ask Adam Scott?
That's a very good question. I'd probably the first thing I'd ask him about would be, you know, how he plans his year. How did you become a pro golfer, and how did you plan your year when you were a youngster? Get your calendar together. It's such a difficult thing to get right. It's very personal, but I mean, Adam Scott's done it as well as anybody.
Mentors are very important in the game. I think he'd be a very, very good one to have for par.
Well done. It was diving as it was slowing, and it just caught enough of the cup with enough pace. 3 under. Let's see how Schmidt's ball's done that relation to the other players. You ring the bell if you make a birdie. They haven't done much ringing so far, but they may do now. There's a hush. Well, actually, there's some babble.
Yeehaw! In she goes. First of the day, and why not in front of the biggest gallery so far today for this group. Matty Schmidt picks up a birdie 2. Gets back to 2 under par on the day, 5 under in total. Come on, ring the bell.
Reluctant. Get in there. It's by a round now.
New tradition that started here, and it is a new event, revamped by Slink as they've taken over the Dubai Desert Classic. Let's look at Sergio at 16 for birdie.
Without doubt today, this is a hole where a par is a good score. A lot of players missing the fairway. Got the same birthday as me as Sergio Garcia, January the 9th. His was a bit after mine, a long way after.
Clearly a very good day, though. Belated happy birthday, Ken.
Sorry, no, it's not the day.
Couple under par, 2 holes to play. Of course, 17 will have wind behind, possibly drivable. Birdie putt for Walters. Could he? Oh, and then it's 3 feet past the hole again.
Oh, it's so tiring. Your mental state you slowly drain away, but it's part of being a professional golfer, the good days and the days where it's just take me home country road.
Little John Denver song.
Yeah, to the place where I belong.
West Virginia.
Old man and mama. Yeah, one of my favorites. John Denver. I know he came out with a golf song once. I found it on YouTube. Hell of a golf song. Loved his golf. In Denver, Colorado. Now, Collin Morikawa, after a beautiful iron shot, could have run out a little bit more and had a chance of going in for a 2. But had a nice little free read off of Sergio Garcia's putt. Knows what it's going to do. Might just melt off the right a little bit.
You don't see that often from Morikawa. He was out of that one quickly. Clearly didn't start it where he intended. Doesn't have the best of days. He's the 2-time major champion, current holder of the Open Championship trophy. He's even par on the day. Started with back-to-back bogeys and picked up birdies at 8 and 10. All the rest pars.
Simple as a par. 17 and 18 birdie chances. Morikawa at 3 under with the leaders in double figures. Needs a good finish out of 17 and 18 if he's going to give them a fright on Sunday.
And there is so much to play for. $8 million. The winner gets 1,335 points in the DP World Rankings, and as they try and make their way up, Westwood 5 under, Hatton 2 under on the day, both 11 under in total. Everyone is chasing the two who have 6 Rolex Series wins between the two of them. Garcia and Schmidt both 2 under, but Wallace and Samoya 3 under. They're on their final hole of this third round. Josh Hill, the amateur, look at that, a beautiful 69. Back-to-back weeks he's playing amongst the best in the world. Back-to-back weeks he's going to play all 72 holes. What a talent. Ryan Fox was out early, shot 69 on the strength of an eagle. A special kind of eagle, a hole-in-one at the 4th. Tough day for Joachim B. Hansen, who started off as one of the leading pack. He is 6 over through 11 holes and just having a day to forget. Henrik Stenson made the cut right on the number. The cut was at 1 over par. He was around first group out in 73 this morning for the former Dubai resident and former world #1. Stenson just not quite having things going his way this early in the season. Thomas Bjorn got off to a great start to his second round yesterday. Dropped back a little bit in his closing holes, but he is rounding in 73 in this third round. These guys all struggling on a golf course that has proven to be a formidable challenge. They've added new tees, they've resurfaced the greens, created new hole locations, and there's been a little bit of breeze as well. Nothing like a good challenge, and certainly the golf course is. You have to be right on your game, especially thinking that the leading players are at 11 under par. Probably about 16 or 17 at best, I would think, would be a winning score tomorrow afternoon. Who will it be? Will it be someone adding a gold star to their name or someone adding another gold star to their name? Let's go down to 17T, and it is drivable, 323 yards today.
Yeah, a little dog leg this one, Jay. A few palm trees might cause a bit of havoc if you take it on. They're pretty high, guarding your angle into the front left location of this green where that pin is lurking today. 7 on 3 off it. And they're just putting out. The red flag is flying, saying don't go yet. You know you can get there. Hold your horses. Have a banana. Have a sip of water. All waiting on. I mean, it's what a skyline. I'm looking back at the tee box. You see the, you know, the 18th, around the 18th green, the whole everything that Slink has put together, and then the skyline. It's magnificent. Now down the breeze and get home. Collin Morikawa now.
Can he get a straight one?
That club off the 69th tee at Harding Park that led to a brilliant Eagle 2 that catapulted Morikawa into the winner's circle for the first time. He won the PGA Championship in 2020. That was a good tee shot there as well.
Yeah, it looked like it just scraped onto the fairway, just come out of the rough. And that's going to be okay now on the upslope. Well, Justin Walters not hanging about. Once he got to lose, had the day at the office, he would have liked tin it high on this right hand side, ready to let it fly over the edge of the trees.
Gallops into the waist area past Matthew Harris, the cameraman there, has been doing golf photos for many a year.
You know them all, Ken, don't you, eh?
Yeah, you know me.
Good lad. Well, Sergio, he can take this on all day long, right in his wheelhouse. One of the best drivers of the golf ball. He's entertaining us for so long now. Now teeing it high, wants to try and put a little bit of cut spin on this one, get some serious height on it. He's got the power to get there, probably land it on the green.
next one going to right over our heads. Watch this. Oh, give it some welly.
All straight down for the tee, Ken.
Likes it. Hope it avoids the palm trees. See it come down. '17 goes away from the clubhouse. It's shortest dogleg par 4, and then the 18th comes back the par 5. 16th fairway, and another good tee shot.
Yeah, another cracker. He does hit them well when he catches the middle of that club face, and a bit of momentum coming off that bell ring. Down 15, that was lovely, lovely atmosphere. 179, back into the breeze, coming off the right-hand side. Pin a long way back again, just 4 from the right.
All in the green in regulation, but no one really threatening the cup at the 16th.
Updating the leaderboard there a few moments ago. McIlroy was alongside Harding in second, well, third position, 1 shot behind the 2 co-leaders. McIlroy has just made a bogey 4 at 11, following his eagle at 10. Sergio Garcia, you can see, tied for 13th, 5 under par, walking up towards the 17th. And let's have a look back at some of his highlights of the day.
Dropped a stroke at the first and then drove nearly up the front of this green and chipped up at the second here. Birdie's early doors were very scarce things. They were like hen's teeth, but he made a 2 there.
Hit a massive tee shot at 5, second to this position. Left to right breaker for a rare birdie at a difficult par 4. And Sergio pours it in there.
Dropped a stroke at the 8th out in 35. Birdied the 10th. And the 13th, this was his approach to the 14th, and this was a dandy. Little draw, little low draw shot into this left-hand pin, and he nudged that one in for another birdie. 3 birdies in 5 holes. Going along nicely, 5 under for the tournament, but it needs a sparky finish.
Certainly does. It's a great opportunity at 17, and then a reachable par 5, 18th to finish. One of the most iconic finishes in DP World Tour seasons.
You need to get the buggy out of the way.
So many great things have happened. The risk and reward hole is the 18th, as is the 17th. These guys have all taken driver.
Where's Sergio going? He's continuing walking. Got it well up there. Tight left pin. Oh, don't be too tight left.
Well, he's got good hands. As long as he's on an upslope there, it looks like he might just be on the upslope. But he'll need a lie, short-siding himself.
Let's have a look. I'm sure John will have a look at the lie in a moment if he hasn't done so already. Lie dependent, that one.
So much can happen in these final 2 holes. Justin Walters missed it in the left desert, and there is a change at the top of the leaderboard. Tyrrell Hatton has picked up a birdie at the 10th hole. He is now taking the lead on his own to 12 under par.
Sorry?
1 ahead of Westwood. They've reached the scoring side of the golf course. 3 par 5s on this back 9, but this does not look like a particularly good lie for Walters.
Yeah, it's the length of the shot, actually, Jay. That's the problem. It's actually not that bad a lie. He's going to have to play it like a proper bunker shot here, but it's good. Just over 40 yards he's got. A horrible number for a bunker shot. And not much green to work with either. A few practice swings. Just testing the grounds, quite compact over here. Sat on a little bit of a fluffy bit, though. crowds now following this group. You can see him just swarming down the left-hand side of this hole. Collin Morikawa, a little tricky one, a little downslope just before the upslope. It dips down there just in front of this green. Pin's only 7 on. It doesn't look like anything near that. It could be 5. And he has a good practice, gets a really good feel for the chip in hand. I'd be surprised if he comes out a bit low, pitches right on that fringe of the green, hopscotches his way up to the pin.
He called it well. It was always going to be a bit awkward. The grass lying against him. He was very conscious he had to get the ball first.
A tall order shot there for coming up here for Sergio Garcia. Sat well down in a rough. It's on a pretty flat lie. I would want to say it's on a slight upslope, but it's not, Jake. Not much green to work with either. He's got enough grass under the ball to slide the club underneath it to get the elevation. Sitting well into his left side.
Just try to stun it into the slope. Needed to land it, but 2 feet shorter, it would have set up on him rather than skidding on. Smith over there, up the hill and down the other side at the 16th. I wonder who his hero is when he grew up. Would you think it'd be Bernard Langer?
It would have to be.
You'd have thought so, yeah.
Yeah. He looks to have the similar type of demeanor, just even-keeled. Nothing bothers him. Third shot for Walters from short of the green at 17.
Yeah, opted for putter. I think it's a play, actually. Uphill slope, loads of fairway to putt through first. I mean, you chip this one, it's baked out, it's rock hard, this green. If you're going to come in here, you want to be a good 80, 90 yards further back with a very lofted club and loads of speed and spin.
And where he was, the 4 was a good score.
There's Collin Morikawa up next. Run through to the fringe. He missed his landing spot by, well, a good couple of feet. Want to pitch it right in the upslope, just carried to the edge of the green, bounded on past. They are drying out. They're getting pretty shiny now, Kent. We called it.
Yeah, this looks a little slippery too once it gets onto the dance floor.
Oh, it is. Grease lightning. It's going to go into a song then. I better not.
And I mentioned dance too.
It feels like this wants to break off the left. I've got a feeling it might stay pretty straight.
It did break off the left, and that's downhill. It's not past the hole a little bit for Morikawa. Worked left. Got off to a poor start. Even par on the day.
Scott, the 16th, just raised his first putt past. And well done. A couple of nice putts at the 15th and 16th to keep things ticking over.
I don't know. Iona might want to trade the putter she has for the new one he's using.
Yeah.
She's not really biting, though, is she?
Defenseless.
Sergio for birdie at 17.
Yeah, a little hint off the right here, Jay. Good chance. Good execution with the chip. It was such a tough one. A minuscule less pace, and that was in.
It's such a wonderful drivable par 4, because if you don't hit the green, if you happen to not hit that narrow sliver of fairway, it's not an easy 4.
No, it's a you think, why didn't I lay up? Because it's an easy 4 if you lay up, as long as you're not being too cavalier with the approach. little unlucky there, and he knows the importance of his 5 under. If he could birdie that one and birdie the last, get in at 7 under, he might have a peek at giving the leaders a bit of a run for their money.
Morikawa for his par. Safely in, remains even par for the day. He's been flawless since the 3rd, but it was the start that hurt the 2-time major champion. Back-to-back bogeys to start his day. Walters is having a day to forget. 5 over for his 3rd round, playing alongside a couple of major champions. Certainly he would have been looking forward to the day, but unfortunately it's going to be a day to forget.
It's amazing 18th hole. Dogleg, a sharp dogleg from right to left. You're unsighted to the fairway. Got to choose how much of the corner of the dogleg you bite off. It's not too difficult to run the ball into the water. 320 yards to do that. Then it turns hard left. Second shot over the water as well. This is a sucker pin, really. You've got to play to the back of the green. 4 yards on this direct line. If you hit the bank, you're on a 50-50 chance it'll roll back into the water. Surrounded by the stands, it's given us so much excitement over the years. 564 yards of entertainment.
Job 1, getting it in the fairway, so you have that decision on whether or not you can go for the green in 2. Miss the fairway, and the decision most likely has been made for you.
Even that, though, with the front fin position, this is a pretty old spooky pitch if you're trying to get it absolutely stone dead.
Well, you make a good point, because the firmness of the greens, anytime you're coming in there with a long club, it's going to run to the back. Then you've got that slick putt putting back towards the water.
It's no pushover any old way, unless you get a huge tee shot and get a middle iron in here. Looking back at the tee. The tee's in the shadow. Most players tee up very tight to the right-hand block.
The breeze just getting up here, Ken, into their faces for this tee shot. They have a right to left breeze for their approaches. I'm trying to take on a corner here. It's a big carry over the trees. That's where I am, lurking in the shade. It's nice and cool in here. Taking it straight at me over the trees with driver.
Doesn't want to run out. He struck it exactly where he was aiming, and that's perfection. Reach with an iron from there.
Yeah, you can place that any better. That is ideal. You can sell that one for a lot of money come final day tomorrow. And Justin Walters taking it on exactly the same line. And get one right at the screws. That water does come into play on this fairway slopes away from you where they're landing it. But the breeze might be just helping them out.
Seems like the first good break we've seen in quite some time for Walters. That one creeps out of the rough into the fairway.
Well, Sergio, accustomed to taking on corners, very brave with his driver. How much of the corner is he going to take off? And you alluded to it, the pin right at the front of the green. Got to be a long way up there, coming in with not much club if you want to have a decent chance of getting it close.
And came off the club. Not good contact, and that is out to the right, and will leave a very long second shot to the green. Maybe a decision.
Yeah, be a decision. Be interesting what decision he makes.
Schmidt and Catlin have already played. This is the tee shot of Scott at 17, going with the driver. He's going left on the grass. Likely will have a downhill lie to a tight cut hole location.
Nice to see everyone, most of the players and caddies dressed in pink. You and I are in pink too, as we sit in our cupboard.
Long-standing tradition here at the Slink Dubai Desert Classic. It's breast cancer awareness on Saturday. Tyrrell Hatton, 3 under through 11, leads Lee Westwood by 1, who is 5 under par in his third round. Paul Casey, defending champion, even par through 12 holes. He'd be looking to have a strong finish. Matt Wallace, Collier, Samoya both posted 69s. Shane Lowry, one of the low rounds of the day, a 68. Plethora of 69s for a 2 under par total. Ryan Fox, of course, the highlight of his day was the hole-in-one at number 4. Andy Sullivan there at the bottom, 1 under par, tied for 40th. Incredible scoring on a golf course that has proven to be very difficult. The greens have been relaid, restored back to their original size. Several new tees, stretching this iconic golf course out to 7,428 yards.
Well, that's interesting. Well, the tee-shots have gone there. They've obviously fallen out with each other.
Yeah, well, 3 very different ways to play this hole. Get 3 different looks at it, lucky us. John Catlin playing it the traditional way, down the middle of the fairway, leaving himself 109 in. And he's remaining patient, John Catlin. He could really do with a birdie. 1 birdie's not a lot to ask in the next 2 holes. Could this be it? Tough pin position, tucked right at the front, only 7 on. 109.
Okay, he knew as soon as he struck it wasn't quite enough.
I was having a nice little chat there with Adam Scott's father, Phil. He was remarking on the speed of these greens and the first bounce you get when you're around them, even if it's